it's Kathy from Kathy in Rain Country. I just thought I'd give you guys. Alright, that's enough. That's my Great Pyrenees little girl. Anyway, what are you barking about? Sit down. Sit down. I don't know what's up with them. Anyway, I thought I would film an update since I haven't filmed anything since the summertime. Had a lot of changes around here, or I've experienced a lot of changes around here. I was going to purchase a piece of property and build another house, small cabin-like house, and an aviary to keep all my ducks and chickens and quail. But I got very close. That's enough. I even had a building designed and ready to build. I had a contractor lined up, and the deal on the land fell through. So I obviously didn't end up moving or building anything. So I'm kind of still in the same situation I was before. I really either need to do some major repairs around here, or I need to find another place to live. I was never going to live here permanently, but I just ended up here after moving from California and was going to just park for a while and decide what to do. Anyway, I still want to follow through and do the homesteading thing. I have a tiny house that I built here 2 years ago, but I realize now that it's just like way too small for me and my 4 dogs and all my stuff, and I have so many hobbies that take up so much space. I just need some more room. Plus I need room for what I really want to do, and that is raise quail, ducks, and chickens, maybe some pheasant. So when I say chickens, I mean just hens for eggs. I don't want to have any roosters. I don't want to worry about my neighbors or anything like that, in case I end up in a situation where I have neighbors that are close enough to be bothered by roosters. So when I was going to build the new place and I had already submitted my bid for the property, I acquired 4 Ancona ducks and Muscovy hen and 2 call ducks that were injured at the time. Now they're fine. They had been attacked by a weasel, and a man at a nearby farm gave me the ducks so that I could rehabilitate them, and I'm happy to say that they're doing really well, as well as the Ancona ducks and the Muscovy, but they really need more space. I built them a couple of runs and a duck house, but they really need more space. And then I did try to hatch some eggs in I got a couple of incubators, and I tried to hatch some quail, and I hatched a couple of chickens. You'll see later on in the video. I originally was filming a video on how to incubate eggs, and I opened up a box of eggs, Japanese bantam eggs, and it just didn't come out right. The camera had slipped off the tripod, and it wasn't filming my face or anything. So that part of the video will be deleted, but I did unbox the eggs, and I have 7 new Japanese bantam hatching eggs that I got off eBay that are just settling right now. I'm going to put them in the incubator tomorrow. Um, and then you'll see that I've got a couple of generations of quail. I hatched some button quail for the first time. That was fun. They're really cute. I'm not so sure about how useful they'll be because their eggs are so tiny that you really wouldn't have enough if you're going to like make an omelet or something. I guess I could sell the eggs to people who are interested in raising button quail. That's always an idea, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I thought I would give you guys an update on what's been going on with me. It was a real short summer for me. It started getting cold and wet way before Labor Day. That's my little Papillon. He's playing with a squeaky toy. It just got really cold, and we just had a major storm that was supposed to be a lot worse. It was supposed to be the worst storm they've had in 50 years, and they scared everybody. But then again, it made me really think about being prepared for the next one that comes along. I got some propane heaters, and I'm shopping around for another generator. I realized that I really need to have at least a small generator on hand, a propane generator, since I don't really have a solar system put in yet, and I wasn't planning on it for this property. I will for my new property once I find some property. But for the interim, I need to have a emergency backup generator that will be propane powered. So if anybody has any tips on a good one to buy, please let me know. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video. So keep watching. You'll see a lot more on what I've got some tips on incubators. I have a couple of different ones that you might want to take a look at. Okay? Thanks. Okay guys, here I am again. Here is my Hovabator incubator. It's a still air incubator. It's the bottom most basic model. It's not digital or anything like that. It has a wafer thermostat, and you use this little lever here to adjust the temperature up or down. I have two thermometer hygrometers inside the incubator just to make sure it's accurate, because like I said, I think I mentioned before, I've had a problem with the humidity. I don't seem to have that much of a problem with the temperature unless it's really hot outside, and then it does seem to get hot really quickly, so you really have to watch it because it's not a digital model. Anyway, I have an Incuturn Egg Turner to turn the eggs automatically, and Incuturn, I don't know if you can see it, it's like plastic bars that just push the eggs along, so they turn very slowly all the time. It's always on. It always makes noise. It's one thing I don't like about it, but I have had good luck with it. You can usually fit more eggs inside your incubator with this egg turner, because you're not confined to the number of little cups that a normal egg turner has. And as you can see, I have marked on top of the incubator information about the eggs that I have inside, when they were set, when they need to lock down, and when they're going to hatch, and what they are. Sometimes I mark the eggs if I have different types of eggs inside the incubator. But if they're all the same eggs, then I just mark what they are outside on top of the incubator. In this particular incubator, see, I've got two different types of eggs. I've got Dutch bantam eggs and Seramas that I got off of eBay. But I can tell the difference between the two eggs because the Dutch bantam are they're a creamy color and they're darker, and the Seramas are smaller and lighter. So I do like to use this incubator better for chicken eggs. I actually have two of them, so over here on the other side there's my sewing machine. Here is the other incubator, and I have a Hovabator egg turner inside of this one. They're both Hovabator incubators. The only difference is that this one has the turner that just rocks the eggs back and forth. I think it's every 2 hours. And it has the little cups where you put the eggs in. This one is a Quail egg turner because I have small eggs in here. I have Old English bantam and Serama eggs in here. And I can tell the difference, but the eggs are marked, and I have also recorded on the outside of the incubator on a piece of paper the information about when they're set, when they need to lock down, and when they're going to hatch. And then the eggs will go in another incubator for the last 3 days. Once they lock down, they'll go in my hatching incubator. So I have 4 incubators altogether, and I reserve the 4th one just to hatch the eggs because I have them all going at different times. They don't all go in at the same time because of course I don't receive them all at the same time. Anyway, I thought you'd like to take a look and see what these were like. And I will show you my other plastic incubator, which is yellow. This is made of styrofoam, and I actually have them inside their original packaging, inside their box, to help insulate from the cold. Not that it gets that cold in here, but it does help maintain the heat better when you have something around them like a box. One thing I have a little bit of a problem with, I think I mentioned, is the humidity, because actually the humidity around here is very unstable. 1 minute it can be pouring down rain, and the next minute the sun can be shining, it can be hot. So it just varies a lot. Okay, here is my plastic incubator that I got off of eBay. I prefer to use it with quail eggs, and I did keep the styrofoam packing, and it is the lower portion, I just kept it inside of there, and it does maintain the heat a little bit better. But I have had success with both types of incubators, the still air and this one that does have a fan. But I have heard that these incubators don't last very long. I'm not sure how long an incubator is supposed to last. But the styrofoam version, I see problems with the styrofoam material getting gashes and holes and that sort of thing in it. They don't seem that sturdy to me. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you. This one holds 48 eggs. I'm not going to open it right now because I've got 3 separate batches of quail eggs in here. I've got button quail eggs and regular Coturnix eggs. And right up here I've got all my information about when they need to lock down and when they're supposed to hatch and everything. I do move the eggs when I lock them down to another incubator for hatching for the last 3 days. So, you know, I don't have to worry about the other eggs. But yeah, I do have a separate hatching incubator. So I have 4 incubators. Good thing I bought the cheap ones. But anyway, just thought I'd show you this one. Here are my little button quails that I hatched out about 2 weeks ago. They're about ready to go into a separate enclosure or cage or habitat or whatever. I'm working on one right now. But anyway, there's about 10 of them here. They're really cute. I have all different colors. Someone described them as rats with wings, and they are pretty dirty, but they're pretty easy to raise, and I don't know, I haven't raised them to adulthood yet, but I'm getting pretty excited about having some eggs hatch, so it should be happening soon. These are my Coturnix quail babies. They hatched about the same time as the button quail. As you can see, they're doing pretty good. They need to go into a separate enclosure. They're just in a tub right now with some hardware cloth on top. But yeah, they're real crowded right now. So within the next couple of days, they will be going into their separate accommodations. And I'm going to try and separate the boys from the girls once I determine who's a girl, who's a boy. I do have some adult quail that will be in the same enclosure but separate from these guys because I don't trust them with the little guys. I worry about them fighting, them getting picked on. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you these guys. This is my one little lonely bantam chicken that hatched. I told you that I haven't had much luck hatching chickens, but this little guy hatched out from a barnyard mix of bantam chicks, chick eggs. He was the only one that hatched, but he's doing well. He's about the same age as the quail. They all hatched about the same time, and I do play with him a lot so he's not too lonely. He's on the little, I have him in a hamster cage so he can see out and watch the quail. He can't mix with the quail because I've heard that there are diseases that they can catch from the quail, but he seems to be doing pretty good. He likes to play. He likes to be held a lot. Chickens seem to have a lot more personality than quail. So anyway, I just thought I'd, post another video and show you how things are progressing here at my homestead. My little homestead. See you next video. Hopefully it won't be so long next time.